Ferrari's SUV, the Puro Sangue, has been in production for a while, but it has been sluggish to provide details. This will be Ferrari's first SUV, and it will debut in 2022. The Ferrari Puro Sangue began to take shape in 2017 under the codename F175, and the model's existence was formally acknowledged in September 2018. In October 2018, the first spy images of a Puro Sangue taken with the GTC4 Lusso body surfaced online. The regular Puro Sangue will initially be powered by Ferrari's legendary V12, but two electric versions, as well as a hybrid V8 variant, are expected to follow in the following years. Ferraris are the stuff of fantasies. These Italian supercars push the limits of performance and draw attention wherever they go. They are fast, seductive, and extremely exclusive, even though the sensually designed Roma Coupe is the most affordable in terms of pricing. Most people cannot afford it. With the mid-engined F8 Tributo and Spider supercar, the V12-powered 812 Superfast, and the GTS, things only get better from there. There will soon be a Ferrari SUV called the Puro Sangue, which may surprise purists. Despite the V12 being a dying species, Ferrari nonetheless provides a, as yet, unspoiled version with the 812 GTS. Although it is referred to as a Grand Tour, this cruiser is unlike any other on the market. The curvy Italian body is centered on a V12 engine that produces a monstrous 789 horsepower. It has innovative active aerodynamics, a 7-speed dual-clutch gearbox, and 4-wheel steering. The electronic retractable hardtop, which allows for filtered-free access to the car's amazing V12 engine, is, however, its best feature. The GTS has a stowable top that allows you to enjoy the otherworldly shriek of the V12 while producing 789 horsepower. The inclusion of the Competizione, which cranks up the wick to create an 819 HP track monster, is the big news for 2022. The newest 812 model maintains its grip on the road thanks to a sizable rear diffuser and revised rear wing, even though the V12 in the Competizione can scream to a red line of 9,500 RPM. With multiple vents and air intakes carved into the bodywork and a carbon fiber strip running over the hood, it also pushes the already spectacular long hood appearance of the 812 GTS to a new extreme. Unsurprisingly, the Competizione makes the 812 even faster and also offers a convertible model called the Competizione A. The exotic sports car known as the 2022 Ferrari 296 GTB heralds a new era for the Italian carmaker, one that is centered around a V6 engine and hybrid technology. Both elements have been used in Ferrari's racing campaigns, despite the fact that they are uncommon among the long history of Ferrari's road cars. The GTB, which stands for Gran Turismo Berlinetta, has an electric motor sandwiched between the mid-mountain turbocharged V6 and the 8-speed dual-clutch automatic transmission, producing a total of 819 horsepower. One of the most recent vehicles to have the prancing horse emblem is the 296 GTB. It also happens to be the first V6-equipped Ferrari road car and the company's first RWD hybrid. The Huracan, McLaren Artura, and Maserati MC20 will all fight for market share with the plug-in hybrid supercar. The turbocharged V6 engine alone generates 654 horsepower. The amount increases to a thunderous 818 horsepower with the help of the electric motors, matching the output of the extreme 812 Competizione. Additionally, the motors offer a 15.5-mile all-electric driving range for times when you feel like taking a quiet ride through the city. The Ferrari 296 GTB is shown here. It is an extremely, crazily sophisticated vehicle. Driving never has that feeling, neither on a track nor a road. Ferrari claims that the F8 Tributo is still available and is far less expensive. Thus, it cannot be considered a direct successor. The 296 GTB costs €241,550, which is almost €40,000 more. However, it continues the legendary mid-engined everyday Ferrari lineage that began with the 308 47 years ago, and has continued uninterruptedly ever since, with some legendary highlights, such as the 458 Speciale. The SF90 Stradale is the prancing horse's most potent road vehicle. The twin-turbocharged 4.0-liter V8 combustion engine and 3 electric motors are used in the hybrid hypercar. 3 electric motors are installed, 2 on the front axle and 1 between the engine and the transmission. The astonishing 989 horsepower combined maximum power is sufficient for a sprint to 60 miles per hour in 2.5 seconds. The car is loaded with cutting-edge technology, including the 2-piece rear wing that was developed as a result of the company's involvement in Formula One racing. However, this is the quickest and most potent road automobile ever built by Ferrari. Faster around the Fiorano home track than the La Ferrari, with 986 bhp, that's a metric 1,000 horsepower, delivered to the road. The same as a Bugatti Veyron, but weighing several hundred kilograms less and having an engine and turbos that are essentially half the size. It is therefore fast, reaching 62 miles per hour in 2.5 seconds and 124 miles per hour in 6.7 seconds. This latter time is 1.5 seconds faster than the F8 Tributo and puts it on par with the McLaren Senna and Koenigsegg. 1-to-1, both of which are in a higher price range. In a way, it bridges the gap between a supercar and a hypercar. Supercar cost, hypercar performance. Actually, not at all. In reality, the price of €376,048 is perhaps the highest any company has ever dared to demand for a non-limited edition vehicle. Also, every alternative. Once Ferrari has convinced you to purchase the weight-saving Assetto Fiorano pack, that's 30 kilograms eliminated, for €39,360, and a thorough carbon strategy, you'll do well to leave having spent less than $500,000. Many of the specifications found in the coupe model are carried over to the SF90 Stradale Roadster. The aluminum retractable hardtop is the focal point. It assists in shedding 88 pounds compared to other more traditional hardtops. When the car is stationary, cruising, or moving slowly, the cover may be dropped in about 14 seconds. When the top is down, a motorized rear window can be opened to offer some wind protection. In addition, there is a center trim piece in the middle of the seats that directs air away from the people inside. Ferrari still follows that path with its Icona models. But in the modern era, those aren't generally the best performers. In fact, any lottery winner can go into a dealership and order a 986 bhp SF90 Stradale, which generates its 1,000 metric horsepower by combining a 4.0-liter twin-turbo V8 with 3 electric motors. You'll understand what we mean when you contrast that with the meager 828 bhp generated by the one of 599 €2 million elusive Daytona SP3. The 488 GTB was superseded by the F8 Tributo, which has gained enormous popularity among supercar aficionados. It not only has one of the nicest exterior designs of any supercar in its class, but it also has one of the best acceleration and cornering performances. The F8 Tributo makes a strong case for why choosing turbocharged engines isn't necessarily less thrilling than choosing naturally aspirated ones. According to the F8's elevator pitch, the 488 Pista's vivid dynamic palette has been expanded to incorporate more refinement and onboard comfort. Despite the fact that we contend that some of Centro Stile's riffs have been already practiced on Ferrari's SP one-offs, it is also hailed as the vehicle for a new design language. You could also infer from the Tributo name that the mid-engine V8 has reached its evolutionary peak and will no longer be used by Ferrari after the arrival of the 308 GTB in 1975. According to rumors, a new modular engine family that should secure the configurations that have made Ferrari what it is, at least until internal combustion is outlawed, is on the horizon. Ferrari is now working on a smaller V6. However, perhaps no more V8s. Similar to the coupe, the F8 Spider is only offered in one trim, but Ferrari's numerous customizing choices more than make up for it. Because of innovative bodywork modifications, the Spider can perform on par with the coupe, despite not having the coupe's review restrictions. It ought to be sufficient to persuade potential customers to pay more money for the Spider version. Do you believe the F8 resembles the 488 it replaces in appearance? That is not an accident. Consider the F8 as more of a facelift than a completely new vehicle, because underneath they share a lot of similarities. Another step back, reveals that there are also many similarities between the 458 introduction in 2009 and the 488 launch in 2015. This is the harsh reality of selling a supercar profitably today. Ferrari, though, succeeds in adding variety across its spectrum. Ferrari varies things up with V8, V12, front and mid-mounted engines, 4WD, or rear drive, whilst McLaren uses the same basic carbon fiber tub, chassis, and engine in all of its models.